Welcome back, the place where real-life encounters meet the unexplained. Here, we dive into chilling first-hand stories from people who've experienced nights that never truly leave them. Tonight's stories take us inside schools, after dark, where silence and shadows hold secrets best left undisturbed. I once worked as a custodian at a middle school for almost 5 years. My shift started at 10 p.m. and ended right before sunrise. At first it seemed like the perfect job. Quiet, steady, no interruptions. But I quickly realized that schools at night are nothing like schools during the day. When the last bell rings and the halls go dark, something changes. The air grows heavy, the building feels alive. You hear doors pop open, lockers slam, and pipes knocking in the walls like phantom footsteps. The basement was the worst. Built in the 1950s, there was nothing but damp, concrete halls, peeling paint, rusted pipes, and heavy steel doors that seemed to lead nowhere. It always smelled like wet cement. Most of the lights flickered or were broken, so you had to carry a flashlight just to see where you were going. One night, I was told to bring up folding chairs from storage. I hated going down there alone, but I didn't have a choice. The deeper I went, the colder it got. The silence felt like it was pressing against my ears. I stacked the last chair and started to leave when I froze. I heard footsteps, slow, dragging, coming from the hallway outside the room. I turned my flashlight toward the sound, but the beam shook in my hand. "Hello," I called out, though my voice sounded swallowed by the concrete. No reply. Then I noticed a classroom door slightly open. I knew that door had been locked earlier. My heart raced, and then, behind me, I heard the footsteps again, closer this time. I didn't wait to see who or what it was. I dropped everything, ran out, and slammed the basement door shut. That night, I swore I would never go down there alone again. But the building wasn't finished with me. A week later, while mopping near the basement stairwell, I heard 3 loud bangs echoing from below. They were so strong, the floor beneath me shook. Then the doorknob started rattling violently, like someone was trying to force it open from the other side. I stood frozen in place, staring at that door. The rattling lasted only seconds, but it felt like forever. And then it stopped. The silence that followed was worse than the noise, because I could feel it. Something was waiting on the other side of that door. Later, I worked at a high school. 4 floors, 2 gyms, endless halls. At night, it was like walking through a maze designed to confuse you. The 3rd floor was always the worst. Rows of empty classrooms, dusty furniture stacked in storage, and doors that creaked when no one touched them. One night, while cleaning, I noticed a classroom door cracked open. Inside, a heavy box had been dragged across the floor. I pushed it back against the wall, shut the door, and left. But when I passed by again, the door was wide open. The box was now in the middle of the room. I froze. The air was thick and heavy, and then I heard it slow, heavy breathing from the back of the classroom. Every instinct told me not to look, not to move. I slammed the door shut and ran. My supervisor showed up later, and when we checked, the room was empty. No box in the middle, no sound, nothing. But I know what I heard. And then there was the auditorium. Massive, 3 levels of seating, a wide wooden stage, and curtains that hung heavy in the dark like burial shrouds. During the day, it was fine, but at night, it was alive. One evening, while sweeping the stage, I heard footsteps behind me, slow, deliberate. I turned, and the stage was empty. Then I heard whispering, not just one voice, but many. They echoed from the balcony above. I looked up, and for a split second, I saw a figure sitting there in the shadows. When I blinked, it was gone. I told myself it was my imagination, but then I heard it again. A voice, clear as day, whispering my name. It came from right behind me. I dropped the broom and ran, slamming the auditorium doors shut. Even outside, I could still hear the footsteps pacing across the balcony, slow and steady, as if they knew I was listening. If you've ever worked nights in old buildings, you know that feeling, the weight in the air. The sense that someone is walking just a step behind you, even when the halls are empty. Schools never really sleep. They hold on to memories. They remember every laugh, every cry, every secret. And sometimes, when the night is quiet enough, they let those memories out. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy true scary stories, subscribe and join us again, because here, the night never ends.